How's it going, everybody? Good morning. This one looks like a really good one. Guys, today is happening. As we mentioned yesterday, it's right here on top of me. I'll explain more. SEC Roundtable, Paul Atkins, the new SEC chair, will be watching live. So get ready, XRP holders and everybody. And on the other side, we have Coin Market Cap, 95 and a half Bitcoin. Good to those who bought the fear. Ethereum, we bought some. XRP, I just bought more. Solana, good. From the 90s to 150s. Dogecoin with 20% the last 7 days. Sui is the one that is breaking, man. Like 11% Sui. We got some Sui too, which is happy. You know, bread. I've told you about bread for so long. Jasmine, I've told you about Jasmine. H bar, look at H bar right now. Pepe, oh yes. Um, what in the world is going on? Oh, by the way, also here on BTCC fam. I mean, just because I have some money there. I open a 100x XRP position with 200 margins. So if for some reason XRP pumps like is the only one that XRP is kind of like steady. Um, Out of all of them, XRP is quietly in the less than 1% or so, right? 0.27. So I have some plans. Justin, President Trump says he would sign a bill banning Congress from trading stocks. Kind of late, to be honest with you, but hey, at least they're gonna think about it. I mean, like you are passing laws, you know all the conversations behind closed doors, and you are still allowed to trade. Obviously, it's public, but like it's public information eventually, but you're still allowed to trade. That's kind of like that's messed up. Of course, you're gonna have the upper hand, but I guess people finally are using their brains, right? Crypto Task Force Roundtable. Know your custodian. Key considerations for crypto custody, guys. Let's have a chat. Links down below. You're ready for Dubai, man. It's I'm leaving on Sunday, Monday, so we're pretty happy, excited. It's gonna be insane, traveling to different airports, finally getting there. We're gonna stay there for a while. We're gonna enjoy Token 2049. So things are panning out pretty well. We're doing what we need to do to get financial freedom. We're really happy. Smash the like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Welcome back. Oscar here. Now, why is this important? Well, why are we watching right now? What are the third round table and how will this help us? Well, this is starting to feel like the bottom is in. Trade talks like Trump right now is heading to Rome for um, the passing of Pope Francis. Right, I was watching a few clips earlier today, and he is already speaking with the media, so he's leaving for Rome. Right, he's gonna be speaking with some other world leaders. Right, a few days ago, we saw that Russia attacked Ukraine. I don't know if you saw the videos, but it's fine. I mentioned this because there's still a lot of things going on in our world, especially at a point that it can affect markets. It can tank markets, right? But I will say trade right now is looking like we have passed it for now, although we're waiting for those 90 days to expire for the pause on the tariffs. China, there's still a lot of things going on with China that the US says, yes, we're having conversations. And China is like, no, nobody has reached out and we don't know what's going on. So if you watch the videos, you will find that out. And well, the war also. So in the world, it's not going to be perfect, right? But still, the market finds a way to recover. Still, the market finds a way to say, you know what? Meme coin, meme coin, meme coin. It's like still and another meme coin. Like we are seeing some pump, like 30%, 20% in the last 24 hours. This is significant. So I want to believe, right, that we have surpassed this freezing bearish and tough period, and we're finally turning out to a much better, solution, and that will be great for everybody. I know you guys want to see some pump, some green, and it's exactly I think what's going on right now. I just keep adding, the dips. Sadly, right now I'm not buying the red. I'm actually buying a little bit of the green, but still, it's not like I'm buying the top. I'm not buying $3.20 XRP. I'm not buying 105,000 Bitcoin. I'm not buying 4,000 Ethereum. I'm not buying 250 Solana, right? So yes, we are up and steady and we're growing, and that's great, but it's not that we're buying the top. Like even Shiba Inu is going up, right? Which is pretty nice. And a lot of people like it. So I'm gonna continue watching over things. I'm gonna continue doing my due diligence, and we'll have a lot of fun eventually today, or as things continue to unfold. Um, China exempts some U.S. imports from 125% tariffs, Reuters reports. Good, 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 good. Coinbase is right now doing a bunch of things, partnerships and everything, which is nice. Um, Lumens is speaking right here. So the Federal Reserve's actions yesterday withdrawing crypto guidance are just lip service. Here's why. But look, last but certainly not least, the Fed staff behind Operation Chokepoint 2.0 are the same people still working on crypto issues today. So you see, every day we get some more insights as to what is actually going on behind closed doors, which we're not gonna see until the people who are there speak out. So there it is. This may open the door for more bank involvement in both stablecoins and broader crypto services. Guys, I'm in, man. Eventually, this is all gonna calm down and we're gonna see real progress. So, in the United States, the crypto capital of the world, what the administration of Donald J. Trump they are trying to create, right? But now that when I went to Singapore and went to Toronto, Canada, and I'm going to Dubai, and I know that people appreciate the United States, appreciate what Trump is doing, but they're not stopping because of the U.S. Involvement or confusion. As far as crypto, they're still moving, and the UAE, Hong Kong, Shanghai, in China and Europe and in Asia, they're amazing hubs of the Middle East. Like they're not gonna stop, and they're bringing a bunch of billionaires and crypto investors because they understand that we need flexibility, we need freedom, we need a hug of financial institutions, not just persecution, right? So when I'm sure that when Trump listened to all the crypto industry and how much money was there, and that they were getting rejected by the United States, right? It was like, we got to make a stop to it. That's why they rescinded all those SEC lawsuits, and they're closing down the choke point. They're closing down the harassment, right? So it's all coming down from January, February, March, April. In less than 4 months, things have changed like this. The reason why we went down, right? It was mostly because of those tariffs, honestly. But now that the tariffs are finally settling in and people are no longer worried too much about tariffs, and even stocks, I think, are doing pretty well. Let me take a look at that. I don't just want to say one thing and then it's something else is happening. Yeah, 17,000 NASDAQ, 5,000 plus. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, we're not at the level that we were, at the very beginning of the year, but still it's pretty good. So we're watching over everything. And I just wanted to say, man, let's go ahead and keep our eyes open, and buying the dip always helps. Thanks for watching, everybody. Links down below. Sign up to BTCC, and I'll see you next time, guys. Peace.